Yeah, this is my audience.
So today I'm going to inform you of the positive effects of learning a musical instrument and why you should try it out. While daunting and time-consuming, as well as oftentimes frustrating, learning a musical instrument can play a positive role in your life, socially, educationally, and then also have very big beneficial health benefits. Educationally, scientists have shown that learning a musical instrument can help benefit students at a younger age. Due to the fact that it develops the left hemisphere of your brain, as well as improving verbal memory recall, reading and comprehension skills are better developed at a younger age. Thus resulting in higher scores in English as well as math. Scientists such as Virginia Penhoon and Robert Zatorre have shown the basis of all of this, that education is, that learning music helps a person educationally. Specifically with ages 6 to 8, learning a musical instrument within these age groups helps strengthen the connections between your motor regions of your brain, as well as coordination between hands and verbal or auditory stimuli. They then concluded that that's due because the brain plasticity of a younger child's brain is easier to change and evolve. So learning these skills younger helps tap into those different parts of your brain. So they found that musicians starting younger are more accurate with timing, as well as have a greater amount of white matter in the corpus callosum in your brain, which deals with the motor region and everything. And the earlier you start, the more connectivity you have in your brain. Studies have proven that learning this skill results in a multitude of lasting health benefits. They found that ultimately learning younger, you will have better cognitive functioning later in life. And they found that it's due to the difficult cognitive exercise at a younger age, it taps into these different areas of the brain, preparing it for age and everything that other activities would not. They also found that it lowers blood pressure, heart rate, stress, anxiety, and depression. And psychologists have taken advantage of this and turned it into a therapy, so music therapy. And other studies that are now still developing show that music enhances immunological responses, or fighting off viruses, as well as treating early on dementia, since it actually improves your memory. Okay. With this social aspect, learning younger actually does help a lot. It integrates you into a community, and you make lifelong friends, as well as learning how to work with each other. For children in groups that living in areas that are kind of devastating and impoverished, like in Venezuela, it acts as an outlet for them so that they can get away from their home. In fact, the Venezuelan orchestra has about 300,000 kids, all impoverished to a different degree. And it's actually grown a lot throughout the years, and it's become more popular. They've gone on world tours and everything. And it kind of just shows how much they can achieve even in that environment, and helps them grow and stay out of trouble at the same time. So I have a video about that.
They're alumni of the School of Hard Knocks in the slums of Venezuela. The orchestra performs around the world with Gustavo Dudamel in celebrating young conductor. opulent concert halls of Europe is a long way from the orchestra's home in Venezuela. Many of the kids come from neighborhoods which are so poor, desperate, and crime-ridden that hope is often extinguished in children at an early age. Instead, these kids travel the world playing to sell-out audiences. The National Youth Orchestra and hundreds of others are the brainchild of Dr. Jose Antonio Abreu, who started the first one back in 1975. Do you remember the night you first started?
Teníamos 11 muchachos,
We only had 11 children rehearsing in cramped conditions,
condiciones
but I had the feeling this was the beginning of something very big.
altísimas.
Dr. Abreu, the 68-year-old retired economist, trained musician, and social reformer, founded the system and has built it with religious zeal, based on his unorthodox belief that what poor Venezuelan kids needed was classical music.
En el fondo, es un sistema esencialmente
At
social.
its root, this is a social system that fights poverty. A child's physical poverty is overcome by the spiritual richness that comes from music.
So music actually becomes a vehicle for social change.
Sin duda.
Without a doubt, and that's what's happening in Venezuela.
It happens in neighborhoods like this one on the outskirts of Caracas. Every afternoon, small children line up for free music lessons at a local branch of the system. Rafael Elster runs one. How old are they when you first get them?
Kindergarten, like 2 years old.
2 years old.
Yeah, learning music.
Okay. It's a long video. But there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. There's actually, it shows one kid who got into trouble, went to juvie, and they actually sentenced him to go to an orchestra as well as work in another kind of instrument part. Learning how to, I think it was like make, I can't remember what instrument it was, but to make instruments. And he said that it just helped him a lot with talking with people and not using violence. So it's another good benefit. So to conclude, as you see in the video, it takes a lot of hard work and effort, but it is ultimately very worth it, socially, educationally, and both health-wise. Sadly, schools' music programs are being cut or have been cut. So not only am I here to tell you why you should play an instrument, but also to promote better music programs in schools. So I hope that helps.
Very good.
Excellent.
Very interesting.